Hello there! Technical problems and all, this is Copy Who, and I am your host, Paul the producer. Welcome! As the French say, bienvenue. Hopefully the colors you see today are a little better, because I spent a good while on Saturday changing things up a little bit, adjusting colors. It's been a long time since I did that, adding more things. I should have done that quite a while ago, especially as I changed many visual elements. Oh yeah, see? Start out 1 second later. I have this, I'm trying to run this whole ear thing differently, and it's just really very fucking idiosyncratic. And let's just go on and off with the Elgato light. I just clicked it off. Let's see how long it takes for it to go up. 1001. Okay, there you go, back on. I just don't like how that's not instantaneous. And I left a pretty scathing review with Elgato about the shittiness of this app and the connection to the light. The light itself seems like a wonderful piece of hardware. It's just that their development team or someone sucks ass, and it's not my problem because I've read all the articles. I've read other people who are having the same problem with it. I just think something like this should be perfect, and it should never be a problem. So it is frustrating to me that when I go to do something, if it's not quite working right, it makes me look like cheesy. It makes me look like I'm not up to speed on what I'm doing, how things are done. It annoys me quite a bit, to be perfectly honest with you. So I lowered the exposure on the overall picture. And I don't know if... See, to me, I get a little more of a legitimate earth skin tone feel right now. And when it was a little bit too high before. And what I did was, after I lowered the exposure, I kicked up the brightness settings on this television, especially, and so I'm operating with this new setup now. I see a tiny bit of flicker in here, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. Whites are not blowing out as much as before, like when I was playing some whatever scenes on here. It looked all fucked up and it was annoying. I had a second story I wanted to tell today. I don't know what it was, but the night before last, I had the most fucked up dream. And it was a dream. So recently I've seen a few different movies that I think contributed to having this really creepy dream. I saw Children of the Corn. And if you haven't seen the original Children of the Corn from the 80s, it's very creepy. It's about a bunch of creepy kids who actually kill their parents because they're just kind of like divinely inspired by the devil. The devil, I guess, would not be described as divine. The devil wants to be a god, but the devil is not God. It is just a fallen angel. Satan's a fallen angel, okay? Anyway, not getting into that. So I saw Children of the Corn, and all these murderous kids kill their parents in a little town, some flat state east of where I am now. Don't know which one. I don't recall which one. Has the pretty lady from the, what's her name? I'm forgetting her name at the moment. The lady who played Sarah Connor in The Terminator. She's on that movie. Young and beautiful. She was. She hasn't aged quite well. Married James Cameron. I think that's why, comparing then to now, she's been through probably a lot of hell in her life. Being married to a moron who thinks that testosterone is bad, even though he casts Arnold Schwarzenegger in a couple of his biggest movies of his career. Testosterone bad, and I'm getting off track here, okay? What I want to say about this is, so I had a dream. I saw that movie recently. I also saw a movie on Friday night with Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino called The Devil's Advocate, where quite literally Al Pacino plays a lawyer in New York, but he is essentially, in the storyline of the movie, the devil incarnate. And there's a lot of creepy imagery at the end of that movie. And throughout the movie, you see these people's faces morph into like demon-looking faces for a second. And even the wife of Keanu Reeves, when she sees that, she's like, ah! And she gets all frightened and loses her mind. And she did a very piss-poor job of acting in that movie. And it wasn't a very good movie, to be very honest with you. I am being very honest with you, because that's what I do. I'm honest. Oops. Oh, yeah. That's fucking lame. Oh, God, I thought I turned that off. It's all the technical shit bogging me down right now We're going to see if this stinking control center works when I go to the El Gato in a little bit. But let me get back to my dream. I haven't gotten back to my dream. I haven't gotten to the nuts and bolts of the very interesting dream that I had. And let me do that for you now. So I saw these two movies, and I've seen the movie Amityville. And if you've seen, I can't remember which one it was. It was either Amityville Horror or Amityville The Possession. I want to say Horror is what it was. Down in their basement, they had some kind of like hole behind some walls that went all the way to hell. Okay? So the dream I had, I was like in a bedroom, and there was this big hole in the wall, and this wall, the hole in the wall was a hole to hell. True story, true insofar as this is the dream I had. And so this hole in the wall was scaring me, and it had these big gushes of wind that were zooming out of it like, and so I put this fucking dresser in front of the hole in the wall, and the wind coming from hell, you can imagine, was a very strong wind. It was a strong, strong breeze coming out of hell, blowing out of hell, and it would like literally blow the dresser away from the wall, and I was like, oh my God, that's a really strong breeze coming from HE double hockey sticks. And so to make this dream even more creepy, there were all these little kids like with knives, and so they're like and they're in my dream, and I'm like, oh, what is going on here? So it was all very creepy, and it's contrary to the prayers that I say before I go to bed every night. This is not a joke. I actually pray to have good dreams, lighthearted dreams, life-affirming dreams, dreams that inspire me, dreams that amuse me, dreams that entertain me. That is true. That's a true story. That's what I pray for. And on most nights, I get something along those lines where I'm like, that dream was interesting. That was amusing. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm changing something up today because this is just distracting me too much. I'm going to pull these freaking headphones off out of here because I'm irritated by them. Tell you the freaking truth, okay? So we're just going to go back today to wearing it in front of my head, because I wouldn't mind if it stayed there. It sounds better because they're not pulling in a different direction. Yeah, it sounds better. I had Taco John's for lunch. Went and got my teeth cleaned this morning. Not good news. And the good news is not... The bad news is not that I have cavities. I have no cavities. Day to day, I'm actually very good at taking care of my teeth, because I figure it'll save me a lot of trouble in my life. And so I took the leap towards something else today. Every time I'm in there, they're harassing me and badgering me, rightfully so, based upon what I understand, to get a night guard so that when I grind my teeth, I'm not rubbing away the enamel on my teeth. And so I have, after all these years of being a teeth grinder, is that the way you say it? I grind my teeth when I sleep and when I'm awake. They have rubbed the enamel away on... especially down here on the bottom. So I bit the freaking bullet, and I'm finally going to get a night guard. And so on Wednesday morning, I have to go in, and they take photographs to do that, and then they send you one, and I'll start wearing that at nighttime. I might even wear it when I'm working out, because I have a tendency when I'm working out, like every rep, I'm like, I think I'm gritting my teeth and grinding my teeth. Gnashing my teeth, as they like to say biblically. In the Bible, they say, gnashing his teeth. Anyway. Yeah, so that's what I'm up to this morning. And these fuckheads, excuse me, seriously, though. Fuckheads from CityCard. I had an incident a couple months ago where I had fraud on my card, and I think I know where I'm spending, where someone's always getting my info and then subsequently charging a bunch of bullshit that I didn't order, and it goes to them. But this last time they fucking did it, I got a freaking... It's like a heavy-duty stand for some kind of war rifle or something, and I have it in the closet out here now. I was using it as a stand. I used it in the box as a stand for a lamp, improvising, and I offered to send it back to the company where it came from, and I'm like, hey, let me know how to send this back to you. I'll send it back to you. They never got back to me. I followed up like 3 times. So, like, what the fuck, people? But that's not all. CityCard, after all is said and done, I had to pay a minimum payment of like $41 for charges that I didn't make. So I did that. So I should have a credit for like $41. But CityCard's so good at math that they decided to credit me $370. And I called them and I said, hey, stupid people. I didn't actually say stupid people, but honestly, hey, people, you credited me $370. You only need to credit me like $41. And she's like poor in her English speaking and like, oh, okay. But they don't listen. And so they never credited me. They never took the credit away from me. But then they send me a fucking check. And so you know what? I have admitted it to you more than once that this is not my money. And you assholes have caused me a lot of grief because you fuck shit up and you don't get it right and you don't listen when I call in and there's obviously no communication between departments. So you fuck up and you give someone like a $330 credit over what you were supposed to give it to me. I said, hey, that's not my money. I don't want it. Then these jackasses a couple days ago sent me a check. And so you know what? I'm like, fuck you, city. Fuck you. You know what I'm going to do with those $370? I'm going to fucking pay for my night guard. And if you assholes ever come at me, note the date and time, April 3rd. Monday, April 3rd, 2023. I have informed you more than once that you fucked up. If you come and ask me and you say, hey, we realized we made an accounting error, you're going to have to pay us back, I will say, okay. But right now, I'm going to fucking deposit that check you sent me because you guys are such fuckheads for all the hours I had to spend on the phone talking to you. And I'm going to take that money and I'm going to apply it to my teeth guard. You're going to fucking fix my teeth, assholes. That's the settlement. You fucking assholes. And it's not the people on the phone. It's just the whole fucking way the corporate structure, culture, whatever the fuck works. You guys suck so bad. Let's see what kind of delay there is on the control center for the Elgato right now. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. Okay. I just think that's a little too long to come back on. 1001, 1002. Okay, it comes back on faster because in the midst of like waiting for that first one, it probably reestablishes the connection. So when I come back quickly afterwards, it comes back on quickly. And okay. But I think I'm ready for a rise. I have many things planned and on my list today, and I've been talking for 12 minutes. How does that happen? I just am like, bippity boppity boop, and I have just things in my brain I can say. City sucks. The dentist is, they told me like 5 years ago, get a night guard, dude. And I should have so here's the fucking deal. If you grind your teeth down past the enamel, then you grind away the soft stuff, you start hitting the nerve and then you're going to be in pain. And then they have to fucking cap it. And before they cap it, they have to give you a root canal. And I'm like, fuck. I should have fucking bought a night guard like 5 or 10 years ago. And it would have extended like 5 or 10 years of night grinding on the life of my teeth before I have to go through this hell. It'll also change your appearance. If you fucking grind away your teeth, you'll eventually have that underneath. You have that look that the witches have at Halloween when the old people have no teeth down here. My jaw would get like, hello, I'm an old man. Hello, I'm an old man. And I didn't wear the fucking night guard. And so if life goes to hell, I might as well preserve what I have left. I still grind during the day because especially the last 6 months, I told them, in different periods of my life, when life is grand and sweet and swell, I'm not grinding. But when life is a big pain in the ass, I'm grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding. Yes, I'm firing on all cylinders right now. And here's the good news, everyone. I have been taking a CBD tincture for the last 10 or 11 days or something. And I have to be perfectly honest with you. I do think that this thing it's making me feel better. My aches and pains are less and I'm sleeping at night. I have had 10 out of 11 days good sleep. A good sleep is defined at least 7 to 7.5 hours, some nights even more, and I'm delighted that is happening. Believe me, I feel like I rejuvenate in my sharpness, contributing to those good nights of sleep. I have said on here before, I'm taking electrolytes, and in my workouts, I've been pushing strength workouts harder, and really gratifying with those strength workouts. You know what is really gratifying is, frankly, that I'm seeing myself getting stronger. That's really nice to see myself get stronger. You put in the work, you put in the effort. I'm trying to push my chest all the way to failure right now, but doing so without straining, because I know in the past when I've tried to do that, and I've overdone it. I've strained too much, and I wind up kind of hurting inside of my shoulder blade a little bit. So I'm taking it easy. I'm increasing a little bit each time. Same with my triceps. I've noticed those get stronger. Same with my biceps. I've noticed those get stronger. Just lifting heavy weight. That's the secret, right? Oh, my God. Rollo Tomassi is taking fucking testosterone supplements at 55 years old. Dude, I hope that's good for you. It worries me for more reasons than one. I'm just going on and on here. Soon, the rise will be soon, okay? But Rollo, I'm afraid, for one thing, I was like, do I want to do that? Rollo's doing it. That could be cool if I did that, but I'm scared to do that. You know why? First of all, because this fucking ship, this shit, they manufacture it. Who manufactures it? Is it the same people who want to get shit into my body to kill me off from the earth? So I'm like nervous whenever I'm taking some liquid I don't know about. Same is true when I'm taking the CBD, which has some kind of nano shit built into it for stronger, so that it gets into the body sooner and you feel the effects of it sooner. I'm nervous about those things. Anytime I'm taking something I don't make myself personally that I don't understand, I'm a little bit nervous about it. So you're taking testosterone, you're jabbing it in, and I can tell you're just like, whoa, 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 yeah, I'm taking testosterone. He's got all this extra energy, and you can just tell, and I'm envious of that. But look at me now. I don't take that shit. I'm 49 years old, and I have a lot of energy, and I'm very sharp, and I'm saying this over and over. But I'm afraid. I stood naked in front of the mirror this morning, and I'm like, oh my God, is my penis and are my balls smaller than they used to be? Am I losing my mind? Are they? Is that true? Because I know that I can't pop one off 20 times now like I did when I was 20 years old. I do it 3 times today, and like tomorrow I'll just be like, no thanks. All you hot babes who want me right now, no thanks. I can like get it up and perform, but it's just like the sensation isn't there. So really what works at my age is putting it off hours on end. I'm not on drugs right now. That is honestly true. The one thing I wanted to point out about Rollo doing that, another thing, as a matter of fact, is I have heard that if you take testosterone supplements, testosterone replacement therapy, is it called TRT? I have heard that can cause an acceleration of heart disease. So I would say watch out for that. In the quest to be manly, don't fucking blow your longevity wad on having a few better, more manly years if it's going to fuck up your health earlier on and you're going to die sooner. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm not providing receipts for that. I just heard that, and it may not be true, but I don't trust putting shit in my body from fucking pharmaceutical companies. Who's manufacturing the testosterone? Where does it come from? How is it created? Where does this testosterone come from? Is it made in a chemical lab? Can you make testosterone in a chemical lab, or do you have to like siphon it out of an animal or something gross like that? Do you know what I mean? So, but without further ado, I want to move on because I want to get to this second screen here. And so here's what we're going to do. We're going to begin like this. Oh, and that time, there's no delay that time. So, gee whiz, this thing makes no freaking sense. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree, Bob. Rise. I don't proclaim to be an alpha man, although I do give a rat's ass about my own manliness. Yes, indeed. This is to compensate for my lack of manliness. And when I actually act like I'm more manly, I feel more manly. In so doing, I am maximizing my alphaness. Oh, yes, and I love that feeling. Yes, sirree. Feeling very manly at the moment. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, what do I have to bitch about? I don't have anything to bitch about. I really am on fire right now, though, I must say. Hold on, we're going to go like this. Because I feel like I deserve it. I want the recognition. El Gato, you come right the fuck on now. Okay, what is that? Like 5-second delay? Oh, there it is. Weak link, motherfucking El Gato. Look at that. It already is disconnecting. So, like, there it is. No accessory found. Right now, I have no light on my motherfucking face. Piece of shit. Trashy fucking shit, motherfucking El Gato. Hey, not a perfect execution today, and not exactly my fault. Okay, we're going to turn on now. Here we go. Is it going to come on now? All right. I did a good job otherwise. Blame the fucking company. I did leave a bad fucking review for that, and you fucking deserve it because that's embarrassing to me. I'm gonna have to get a new fucking light. And it's true because I want things to execute and pop off like clockwork. That's my deal, okay? I want shit to execute with perfection. So, but here's El Gato, okay? El Gato. How do you like that, El Gato? Is that a good ringing not endorsement? It's a ringing not endorsement. Because it's not an endorsement. It's the opposite of endorsement. The antithesis of endorsement. The inversion of endorsement. Is there another way? It's like, it's the negative to your positive. Exact opposite. How many different ways can we say opposite, opposite, opposite? Okay, you know what I need now? I'm feeling very alpha. And I realize only a loser would say he's alpha. But am I really alpha? No, I think I'm fluid with the alpha, the beta male thing. Sometimes I feel weak and sometimes I don't feel confident. And sometimes I feel like insane craziness confident, which might be described as alpha. Do I say definitively I'm an alpha? No, I do not. I would be lying to you if I said that I did. But what do I want to do here now? What I want to do, ladies and gentlemen, is come over here like so. And we're going to go through this routine again, all right? All right. And you know I'm going to do this. I am not going to fucking touch that El Gato setting. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go like this. Boom, boom, boom. How's that? Little better. I'm leaving the ring light on because El Gato can suck a donkey dick. Let's go through this now, shall we? Ooh, snap into a Slim Jim. We're gonna get really fucking pumped up right now. You remember this from last time? We're gonna do it again. Okay, it says in here, there's a little fucking line on the bottom that says like, relax. Where does it say that? Does it say that? You are an alpha male. That's what it says down there. In very, it's like transparent and it's kind of weird. So where does it say? Somewhere I thought it said relax because I thought it was trying to get in. Oh, yes. You are relaxed and calm, but not really, not going through this. Anyway, let's do this right now. Okay, we're going to be a fucking alpha male right the fuck now. Yeah! Hot chicks! Ooh, snap into a Slim Jim. Hey, bro! Rollo Tomassi is taking testosterone. Yeah, for Rollo, he's so much more manly. Can't you tell? I would like to compare it to the videos of before he did it. What's the deal? You are relaxed and calm, but I'm not. Are alpha men really relaxed and calm? I know I'm not. Yeah! Oh, yeah, oh, God. Dude, that's amazing.
Holy stock jump.
Oh, fuck you. Man, is there a way to turn that fucking setting off going to the next fucking video and then screwing my shit up? I'm telling you, that's my fault if there's a way to make it stop going to the next video. Because I'm sitting here, you like, when I hear that coming in the next fucking video, it's like, no, just pause there. Wait for me to fucking play it over again, you fucking bastards. Oh, I'm in a mood today, you know? I'm expending a lot of energy doing this. What's bugging me? Is it the fucking enamel? Is it my enamel going away? I'm so fucking alpha, I grind! I grind my fucking teeth! That's what alpha men do! Real men grind! Oh, man! This is gold right here. One more time! Maximizing alphaness, fuckers! Yeah! Hot cars, hot women in bikinis. I'm gonna give her my seed. I'm gonna fly like an eagle, like a free. I'm gonna fucking launch like a missile launcher and drop right on my target. Cause alpha male, they are like so accurate when they hit the target. It's like boom, right on target. Right on target! Oh yeah, no. Don't you dare go to the next one, okay? I am fucking my voice up with this today. Okay, let's cut that off. Oh no, excuse me. Come back here. Oh, yes, we're back to normal. Oh, yes. And my stupid El Gato, I didn't turn you off because you're not reliable, you motherfucker. Does an alpha male talk like the way I'm talking right now?
I don't know if he does, but I'm certainly getting my rocks off. I'm like blowing off steam right now. And if an alpha male doesn't talk the way I'm talking, what does it mean? I'm just ebbing and flowing between light and effeminate
And fucking alpha male!
and going back to this and being one and the other, just one after the other. Oh, it's so gratifying. I love it.
All right. Holy shit! God, that was great. I'm just like popping off big time right now. Big fucking time! Oh, and no one's even gonna know. Until later when someone digs this up in the archives of the history of the world and they're like, oh my God, this guy was not alpha, not beta. I'm somewhere in between, I tell you. I think it depends on the day. At a given moment, I might show an alpha's courage. At a given moment, I might be some beta fuck simping for some stupid asshole women who can just lead me off the cliff by my very nose. Go, Paul. Go. You were knocking you off the cliff. Oh, shit. I haven't even gotten to my first video. Wow. I'm just all self-indulgent today. You got a motherfucking problem with that? So I am. So what? Fuck you. The algorithm's like, okay, today he doesn't get 8 listeners. Today he gets 7 because he said fuck you again. Oh, and he just did it again. Holy shit. We're down to 5. Huh. All right. All right. Get a hold of myself. Now I'm going to be a very controlled alpha male, a very disciplined alpha male. Yes, sir, I'm going to do a very good job right now for you. And it's going to begin now with... All right. Speaking of alpha males, this is kind of cool. Daddy. These guys from Dallas call their daddy. And I think that's sort of fun. I really do. I think it's sort of fun. You know what I'm saying? Come over here and blow this all the way up. Okay, so what this is a clip from Dallas. And I'm going to bring it right in the dead center here, and we're going to see how well I can do this. We're going to reload, open up the audio, boom.
Testing Daddy's will, that's a drastic step.
Contesting Daddy's will.
Miss Ellie was a...
Bobby said, we're contesting Daddy's will. And these guys, these grown manly men from Texas, Dallas, Texas to be specific, they say daddy. They don't say dad. They don't say father. They say daddy. And when you have the southern accent and you say daddy, that is definitely alpha male-ness.
frightened as I was at what nearly happened. I don't think it's too drastic.
I don't believe it.
Oh, classic alpha male. This is an alpha male if there ever were one. He fucking looks like James Marilat from Mile High Sports. Arrogant. Pompous. Mean. Fuck you! Eat up my alpha male, you son of a bitch! You got a problem with it? I'm right here! Snap into a Slim Jim!
Thing in the world Daddy would want. The company was
I'm
his
all
life,
alpha
Mama.
today.
And now it's ruining
I'm
my
gonna
life.
burn out my voice.
And my family's life. Maybe Ewing Oil was only meant to exist while your father was alive. Oh, don't worry, JR, you'll get your share.
He's like, damn it. I
I'll
don't want the
distribute the
money. I
proceeds.
want the control of Ewing Oil. I want the money, mama.
The 4 boys.
Or no, I don't want the money. I want to control the company. Mama, Daddy wouldn't agree.
Well, that's just wonderful. You hear that, Bobby? She's gonna sell Ewing Oil and give half the money to a drunk and a cowboy. Mama, that's going against Daddy's wishes, and you know it.
Don't you shout at me, JR. I don't think you...
Don't you shout at me, JR. Don't you shout at me, JR.
Damn about your daddy's...
Hey, you need to honor your son's alphaness. He is merely fucking mirroring his father's own alphaness, the great father who built Ewing Oil, mama. How could you sell it? You're miserable, mama. Okay, fine. Fucking take your share from it, but don't take it away from JR and Bobby. Jeez. What are you doing? Oh, I tell you what, that alpha male shit today is really getting me going. I am not on drugs. It's alpha maleness. I worked out hard, and I'm not even Rollo. I didn't take the fucking TRT, dude. It's straight up 49-year-old alpha.
Care about
Okay,
is your...
this could be really fucking irritating for someone watching right now. I acknowledge that, but I'm flowing honestly. And if you want to see where this experiment goes, I have a feeling I'm going to get worn out and fatigued before this is even over. In a few minutes, I'm going to be like, oh, my fucking thyroid is spent. Oh, that soundtrack, too. Let me tell you something about that.
Bobby, where are you going?
I'm going for a drive. I'll be back.
I put my cowboy hat on. I'm going to go for a drive and reflect on how Mama is going to sell Daddy's life work. Ewing Oil will no longer be Ewing Oil.
Well, I'll go with you.
No,
Victoria Principal was a babe.
I just soon be by myself.
Yes. So I am almost convinced that whoever did the soundtrack to Dallas in the 80s was the very same person who did the soundtrack to Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, because it sounds like the exact same way they recorded the strings, the dramatic moments and whatnot. Love that show too. Maybe I'll have to take cheesy clips from that show. That's all part of the sometimes retro vibe here, that I want to discuss things from way back when. We're over 30 minutes, and I just got to keep rolling. Otherwise, I'm not going to get through everything I had planned. Okay, Fresh and Fit on fitness chicks. I thought this was interesting, so I put this aside, and this will be somewhat interesting. Let us, my friends, come over here with this, and I'll blow it up for you, and it's a bevy of very strong-looking black gentlemen talking to Myron, and is this other dude's name Fresh? I really should know that by now. Let me make sure the resolution is here, because I only want that Alpha 1080 resolution. Super Alpha would be 4K, but that's like little unnecessary. This is a 4K TV, though. We could handle it. I feel like it would better express my alphaness to have a full 4K eventually. These cameras will eventually be 4K, and that'll be all for the purposes of alpha. I'm losing that alpha buzz right now because I might have to come back to that video. We will see, okay? Let's start listening to what these guys have to say about women. I don't recall everything they were saying, but they were talking about fitness chicks, and I was agreeing with some of what they were saying, and some I was not. So let's see, shall we?
Cosign on dealing with women with high status, like a lot of Instagram followers.
Yep.
Even me myself, as somebody with status, I prefer normal women.
Mama, you can't sell Ewing Oil. Daddy doesn't want that. You stop it, JR.
Normal, the go to job 9 to 5, nurse, corporate, you name it. That's
Nurse.
What? Nurse? What's wrong with that?
Teacher, the young professional.
Yeah, teacher, like
You know what? There are a lot of sexy nurses, and that's all fine and dandy. A sexy plot for a porno or something, but I fucking hate those scrubs on people, men and women both. It's like they look at the people on Star Trek in the sick bay. Do you know what I'm talking about? They are wearing like full Star Trek uniform. They're not fucking scrubs. It's like, are you trying to make those people feel like shitty low-life people? Those scrubs suck. I'm just saying, give them a little more dignity given the line of work that they're in, I just thought I would add that. Scrubs.
just a normal girl who is like, away from the world, not showing her ass every other post. Like that's my type of girl, So
I'm gonna tell y'all what. I'm throw it to you guys after this because you guys are in shape too. So
Audio's
you
not
guys
so good.
Understand this problem as well. I think fitness girls are by far the worst ones. Like you don't want to fuck, especially if she got some.
I feel like I'm hearing Myron's mic through the other mics and not his own mic. It should sound like beautiful and in your head like this, but it does not, Myron. I'm hearing more of your voice reflecting off the walls into the microphones that are in front of your friends there.
Some following behind her. She got a big TikTok, blah blah blah. Sex only, bro. I would not take those chicks seriously.
I was gonna say, I thought you said you wasn't gonna fuck. I'm gonna fuck.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna fuck.
I'm talking about taking them seriously.
Keeping them,
like,
right.
Yeah, I'm talking about,
it
I'm
highly
not
depends
following.
on their audience. There's two types of fitness girls. There's the
Tell
one
us.
where they do the angles, nothing but the ass and the squats, and if you go in their following, I guarantee you it's 80% men.
Facts.
So those type of fitness IG models, fitness chicks, I would rather not.
They're just trying to get attention for their sexiness, right? Like women who shake their ass around and want that kind of attention. It's not legitimately like I'm doing a fitness channel. It's I'm looking hot doing fitness, the kind of hot you want to stare at and lust after, and I'm not really doing something to benefit the lives of others, and except for the woman who's wanting the attention.
Hand selection few, where they actually inspire women and they give good advice, good workouts, etc.
Yeah.
So that's something as somebody in the fitness space myself, I wouldn't mind because
I'm pretty sure he said etc. And so isn't Excedra, is that not like a, is it like Tylenol or Advil or some kind of pain reliever? And listen, dude, I point this out to everyone because I grew up in a household where my dad studied Latin growing up. I would never get away with saying Excedra or etc. It's etc. E-T-C-E-T-E-R-A. Two separate words. E-T space C-E-T-E-R-A. Etc. Etc. And it's redundant to say it more than once, but it certainly, sure as fuck, is not egg-cetera. Like egg, like laying an egg, like ovulating an egg, like fertilizing an egg, etc. It's not what it is, buddy.
Then you can kind of co-join and build from there. But most women
I'm
that I
still
see
in alpha mode.
I'm
still in alpha mode. I have no problem with these guys whatsoever. I'm just being particularly extra obnoxious, and there's nothing wrong with them. I actually get a good vibe off of these guys, like they're friendly and stuff. So it's me, gentlemen. I'm the one, I'm overcompensating because Rollo had to go and admit he's taking testosterone injections, and I want to show how much more manly I can be without that. And I'm in that mood today. I'm seriously fucking bouncing off the walls today. I've never quite done a recording here like this one. And it's El Gato's pissing me off. The enamel on my teeth is pissing me off. The devil's visiting in my dreams. Dear Lord, help me.
Are just doing it for male attention. They just happen to be giving fitness advice. They ask
like
it with fitness advice
90% of the time.
And I was going to say this too. I'm glad that you made that distinction because I did overgeneralize there. Most fitness girls are doing it for attention and not really making money off it. And I know you know this too from coming from the online coaching space.
That's fucking, you're describing, we're talking about fitness, but the truth is it's more than fitness. It's like any woman out there who is on social media who's really going after a following is about the attention. But, you know, it's different when you're shaking your ass doing it. And like, I follow this lady who's an amazing cook, and she's never like exploiting her beauty, you know, and I'm always like, my comment is yes, please. Whenever she's making something delicious, it could be freaking bedtime, and I'm like, oh, yummy, I want that. I'm going to bed hungry because of this woman. And really, so, but there is a lot of it, and men do it too. It's all the dopamine fucking shit lifestyle that we all live.
Don't make that much money because most of their following is fucking dudes.
Exactly.
And those dudes don't want to pay them. They just want to look at their, you know, naked.
That's why they start OnlyFans.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a red flag for y'all. If you see a fitness chick and she got OnlyFans, bro, she ain't making that much money from her fitness training. Because any girl.
Yeah. Do you do OnlyFans and fitness on the side, or do you do fitness and OnlyFans on the side? Which one is it? Or did I say that right? Oh, yeah, I got that right, I think. You get it. One or the other, or the other one. Oh, yeah. I can go on like that and say things like that again and repeat that again, etc. or etc. I take etc. for my mental headaches. That's redundant. I just take etc. for my mental... Oh, never mind. Fuck. Oh, man. I feel that fatigue coming down. I think I need to wind myself back up really quick. This is important to me. We're going to come over here and we're going to do this. It's only 30 seconds to do this. We're going to get myself pumped up again. I'm not going to do this every day, but I know that I will come to this occasionally. Whoa, fuck yes. Step to a Slim Jim. Hey, bro, what are you doing today? I'm going out. I'm going to play some football with my buds. We're going to wrestle. We're going to box. We're going to shoot some missiles while we fucking wrestle with our wild wolves. And we're gonna fucking drive to the zoo in our Lamborghinis, where we're gonna meet up with the lions and wrestle them too. Okay. All right. Close out of that. Don't go to the next video. Okay. Back to this. Oh, man. I feel more pumped now. Ooh, my throat is so raspy because I keep going into that. Ooh, and I'm redundant, and I keep doing the same joke over and over again when I'm like, ooh, snuck into a Slim Jim. Hey, bro.
A good fitness coach understands that over-sexualizing herself is brand killer. Yeah. So, and if you look at like some of the best fitness girls,
yes, of course,
right?
I think that's true. Oh, excuse me,
chick, man.
I will point out one person. So like, Beachbody has tons of great trainers, and in the woman variety, the one that shows the most skin is Autumn Calabrese, and gorgeous lady. I think she just turned 40 not long ago. Amazing body, but she's always in these tiny bikinis, always showing so much skin. And so, but no, the truth is, when I work out with her, and I've done a lot of her workouts, I've completed several, of her programs. I have to be honest with you, there are all kinds of moments with all kinds of Beachbody trainers where she would be like, "Don't stop," and I'm like, ready to stop, but the fact that she's saying don't stop keeps me going. And one of the things I like about being subscribed to a fitness subscription like Beachbody, especially all those trainers, they're like, "I know you got this. You can keep going. And I know it's hard, and you just keep pushing, and you keep pushing, and it will get better. It will get better." And it's like listening to, even though I know it's a recording intellectually, you hear that and it winds up having a therapeutic effect. It pushes you to go the extra mile, do the extra reps. And I do love that about Autumn. And there's nothing about, her sexiness, which I do think sometimes is a little excessive, but it might actually translate into more sales. I never decided to do a program with her because of the sexiness she puts out there. She just simply motivated me. Several trainers there did. And so, but she does not have an OnlyFans account. And even if she did, I would still not be a pay pig. I can't think of a single woman in the world that would make me go and be a pay pig. Any woman like I would want to see naked, I wanted to see her naked because, she and I have a bond, and she wants to show me herself naked, and it's private between us. How exciting is that? Like, you get the privilege. This woman thinks you're so cool as a man, so super alpha, that she's willing to show you. Oh, I'm shtick mad today, that's for sure. Sure. She is so willing to show you her body. What an honor that's been when I have seen gorgeous, hot women who have shared that just with me at that given time. And they went on to be super SLUTTY and BIMBOS, etc. for your headaches. Get rid of your headache now with fertilizing the egg, etc. Oh, man. I am on shtick steroids today. I cannot contain myself, you guys.
She does a lot of empirical data stuff. She's always dressed modestly. She doesn't do like a bunch of thirst trap pictures. She actually gives very informative stuff, cites her studies and Instagram posts. That's like, I'll remember her name. But these other girls, bro, they'll be on there just showing ass, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You already know what time it is.
Of course. Yeah. It's time to say, "Goodbye, ho. I ain't being a pay pig for your OnlyFans account. No thank you, sirree." What's up next? All right, I have a clip from Michael Sartain on being friends with women. And this is interesting. If I remember correctly, this is only 2.5 minutes. I took some shorter clips. That's a little helpful. It lets me interject and get more out of what I'm doing, being more self-indulgent. That's what I want to do, is be self-indulgent when I'm doing this. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we come over here like this for you. Yeah, and there's Michael Sartain. And we're going to really quickly check the resolution on this, which is 720p. And I say, "Oh, that's fucking suck ass. You don't go up to 1080p. You're not a real alpha man. Where's your fucking 720? The 720's funny. What the fuck are you doing? 720's lame. You need to do 1080 or 4K. What the fuck?"
Talk shit, and then they go to my Instagram.
I'm in that mood.
And they see me with 16
I am junkie. I'm shtick junkie today. Shtick junkie.
And they know which ones I'm dating. And they're like, fuck, like how can it feels very much like when Galileo told the Pope in 1642.
Oh, what is with the audio here too, man? That sounds so fucking AM. It sounds worse than AM radio. What's the deal? It's not Sartain's fault, but
was around the sun, and doing so, they put him on house arrest for the rest of his life.
You know, you sound like a soy boy because you have a soy voice right now because the audio, it sounds like he has a high-pass filter cutting out all the low, deep end on your voice. Michael, every time you do a show, you have to maintain your alphaness. And as such, you need to check with these guys. You need to say, hey, show me the bass EQ and show me the high-pass filter. And if you don't, you're not a real producer and I shouldn't be doing your show. I need to come on and I need to sound like a man. But hey, if you come on my show, I might actually cut out the bass in your voice too. And I'll keep mine in. But the truth is, if we're both speaking with a low voice like this, and I have others on the mic, those two frequencies will butt up against one another and they'll muddy one another out and neither of us will sound good. So I would make the executive choice selfishly in my environment because you already have fucking parties with 200, 300 women. You're bragging about it all the time, okay? And Rollo is just surfing, piggybacking on your Rolodex to be in pictures with tons of hot women. He doesn't need that. You should substitute me out for him because I need it more than he does, quite frankly. In any case, if you come on here, I'm going to cut the low end out of your voice, and I'm going to have the low voice and the deeper masculine voice, and I'm going to make sure to send it to all the women in the world so they can hear your voice being less manly than mine. And nothing is to be construed from what I'm doing right now as far as concluding that I am an alpha or I am a beta. All you can really gather from it is this guy is either crazy, creative, or insecure AF. Back to the clip. I don't even know what you're talking about because I'm on a fucking, that fucking alpha video is working. I'm full of energy and I'm trying to boost my testosterone. Every time I talk like this, I feel like I'm getting, instead of going and getting jabbed by the pharma, which, you're probably getting the spike protein in that. You probably don't want to do that, Rollo. Don't trust the pharma people who are isolating the testosterone to put in your body because I think they have a secret agenda to kill you. And, it very well might. And anyway, my point is, all you should do to become a man is push 50 pounds. It's all you have to do is bench press 50 pounds and be like, woo, woo, woo. And every time you go woo, there's just this little bit where your body's like, I am acting like I'm fucking masculine. I'm acting like a man, and therefore it will manifest within me, including by injecting naturally from my body testosterone. It's like doing 50-yard fucking sprints. You'll be so much more fucking manly. I am overboard alpha today. Ugh. Every show is not going to be like this, but I figure it's apropos since we're talking about several videos that deal with alpha men in life, or at least they're very good at making people and women think they're alpha when they may not be alpha. But do they have the creative spark? I say they may have wisdom about hook up and have game, but show me your creative game, will you? Where the fuck is the bass in your voice in this one, Michael Sartain? You should sue that guy for sounding like a soy voice.
He was finally forgiven by the Catholic Church. When I tell red pill guys, not only can you have female friends, motherfucker, you should have as many as you can.
Motherfucker, that's
you
so
can't
alpha.
do it if you don't have abundance. Regular, average dude trying to have a ton of female friends, you're just going to be going home and jerking off, crying yourself to sleep because you're around all these fucking hot girls.
Hey.
I
admit I've pleasured myself so many times. God knows I would love to have a count on that just to know how pathetic I have been all my adult life, all the way spanning back into being a child when I first discovered how to pleasure myself. But I never cried myself to sleep pleasuring myself. So that is just some kind of, you're the one who's insecure and I'm coping with what you're saying. I'm denying it and I'm revealing the beta side in me right now. I'm really not on drugs right now. It is just me being all alpha from that video. It's like snap into a Slim Jim makes me a fucking wild animal, and you can't deny it. I'm a wild fucking animal.
I am friends with some of these girls because there's so many other beautiful women in my life that I know that are attracted to me. I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
Like a great quote that Bilzerian told me one time. He goes, if I had 16 dicks, I couldn't fuck all these girls, right? Yeah. So it's one of these situations where you have so much abundance.
That
in your
is
life,
like not a problem I've ever had.
The whole idea of having
I should have been a rock star.
Never disagree with me on this because they're like, dude, I got too many girls. There's no way
I got to pull out a picture I have downstairs of me taking a picture with a bevy of hot women. It's in a High Time magazine. and I got to scan that and put it up here and be like, hey, look, put that on social media and be like, hey, yo, I'm as cool as Michael Sartain, except I only have the one photo from fucking 12, 13 years ago. Not nearly the man that this man is. I jest, of course. I get that I'm supposed to be learning from these guys, and let's keep listening.
I can't just go mode 1 with 45 girls, or the other guys, the guys who run strip clubs, always have female friends because they're like, bro, I need this girl.
So
to be
you do a lot of bragging about all these huge groups of women you hang out with. I see the photos all the time, but you need to like try to. Here's how you can help guys with nothing. Like me, I have no large groups of hot women to just fall back on and get that image. Someone has to start somewhere. So how do you start somewhere? With the 1? How do you start with the 1 and then get to the 2 and the 4 and the 5 and the 10 and the 20 and the Rolodex of 100 and 200 and you go on bragging about how many women you have in your circle there? Tell me, Mr. Prolific, are you even able, if you started from scratch, could you do that again? If no one knew Michael Sartain and you were in some fucking bizarro world where no one knew you, but the circumstances were the same that you had to work with, could you start at 0 and do the same thing again? How long has this been building up for you? Years? It happens to help having a podcast with a lot of views where all these hot women are willing to come on, my God, and talk to you. I'll tell you what. The Taco John's is causing a lot of alpha backwash, and I think it's partly how I'm going nuts screaming right now, because when I go, I'm like shoving from the abdomen when I growl like that.
Lieutenant, and help me with these girls in the locker room, or else this fucking place is going to be chaos. I've got to have assistants, people to help me with this. Fucking, what's it called? Rollo calls them allies.
So this guy, I think he's taking testosterone injections too. Be careful, man. I don't want to hear that you manly men were going so hard to be a manly man that one of you drops dead suddenly.
Or colleagues. I forgot what Rich Cooper, he had a different name for him, for what I was talking about. To me, maybe acquaintances or teammate. If you guys are super red pill, you don't like that word, female teammates. You got female teammates that are on your team, ready, break, and we're going to go run the pick and roll and try to score on this defense. That's what
These girls are my teammates. They help me get hooked up with other girls. They introduce me to the other girls, and then I'm like, I have parties with tons of them all at once. In bikinis, too.
The other thing that happened for me that was just the biggest eye-opener is I would meet girl after girl
I'm
after
running
girl,
out of time,
and they
quickly.
would say to me, and I would be like, so I meet 5 girls, stunning, my
Man,
type of girl.
I won't
I'd
have
be like,
time.
How'd you meet your man? How'd you meet? And I'd ask them about the
I
last
have
3
good
to 5
stuff.
guys they had sex with. And the answer was always, I met him through a female, 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 met him on Instagram.
I get it. That last part, met him on Instagram. So it's like, I have to be honest, I don't think I manage my social media in such a way where I'm putting out there that I'm the man, I'm the shit. It's superficial and it's fake, and I've never liked doing that. Like, if you can't watch this and get an idea for the fact that I have resource, talent, intellect, you're fucking missing something, lady. And I guess that can't be enough. My game has to be practiced. I know all the fucking tools. It's just a matter of putting it in practice. And I know I can do this. I used to do it when I was younger. And so I'm like, I will go weeks at a time sometimes without playing guitar. And then I'm like, can I do it anymore? Huh? And then like I pick it up and I'm like, of course I can still fucking do it. And I get in the shower and I take the hot showers and I'm like, oh my God, I got to turn it to cold before I get it. It's such a habit now. And even though I don't want to, it's a habit where it's like, I feel like I can't get out of the shower and feel good about myself unless I go to cold water first. That's super fucking alpha going cold water in the shower. Yeah, you face that discomfort head on, bro. Oh man, I'm annoying myself today. I'm so fucking ridiculous. This whole thing I should upload it and put short. And then like people can watch the hour and be like, yeah, that kind of was like constant keeping that entertainment tone way fucking amped up.
Met him doing day game, cold approach day game at North Park Mall. That was never the fucking answer.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, Day game gets a 0.
Oh yeah, day game is a big pain in the ass, but I'm still not getting from you where and how I should hook up in my make my Instagram look amazing or something. But I keep it private. I don't even want a woman to see my life. Okay, if I don't know you, what the hell are you looking at me for? But I'm curious to hear what these guys say. Like, not, oh, you're being stupid, dude, but seriously, the reason why I should just expose my life like that, I should put that out there and pretend, or like heighten my value, try to have authenticity and legitimacy, etc. for your headaches, and put it out there with some kind of credibility, and women are going to flock to me. But I got to get the pictures with other hot chicks, right? That and women, and then like I have all these dingbats attracted to me. I just want the one. I want a woman who fits right with me. Do you know what I mean? Oh, back to this. We're gonna wrap it up.
Meeting through female friends gets
my alpha high is crashing.
80%, and then the other 20% was Instagram. Okay, got it. Now I understand. Now I started with them and worked backwards as opposed to like listening to what guys.
I do always love a city backdrop in a video like this, to be honest with you. I think that one can be better, but I do like it. I don't know if that's on a TV. That's cool because I do that. I put a big TV behind me too.
Me online. It's like, no,
super
you just
alpha
game and just go up in Piccadilly Circus and talk to these girls. Go through, North Park Mall. And no, man, that's not what I'm here. When I'm talking to these hot girls, that's not what's happening. That's not where they're meeting these guys.
Oh yeah, you know it, Michael. Very impressive stuff as always. I don't know that I don't know how much I addressed that head on because I'm so in my own head today that I almost didn't even hear what he said. I was just talking shit about whatever the hell it is I'm doing today with all the crazy whack alpha stuff. Okay, so this is not a video, but I am going to go to this really quickly. And so I left a comment on Rollo's. Here we go. Chat HA. We'll come over here like this. So here's what I saw up here, and I was like, dude, I said to him, let's see, is it here? I said, Sartain's Rolodex, because you see Rollo around all these women, and if you're married, I don't know how you could make such a Rolodex of women where you're like, yeah, there's a party, so he's going to these parties, he's well known, and that's all cool. I am jealous, but it's not the kind of jealousy where I'm not happy that I'm happy these guys enjoy themselves and have fun lives and stuff like that. I want that, but it's not me being bitter wanting that. And here's another one. Apparently a different party. Is this maybe at Fresh and Fit? I don't know, because I don't know what that background is right there. Is that from Access Vegas? Is that when you're in Florida? And around a bunch of chicks too. Some of these chicks I would be like, you're dismissed on the right. And for the sake of the pick, yeah, I guess that's cool. You get a pick with those chicks. Is it Sartain's Rolodex? Guys like us want to know, how do you get 200 or 300 women on your Rolodex to have parties? I don't even need that many. I just want to find a woman for good company. I think that's reasonable enough. Wanting to find a woman. I'm going to fix one thing on my phone really fast. I do this thing called auto lock, and I want it after 2 minutes. I leave it on in hopes that the Elgato doesn't freeze, because I think of everything, dagnabbit. Every single solitary thing, I think of it. Let me close that out over there. We're done today. Do you know that? We're going to wrap this sucker up right now. Daddy, don't you sell Daddy's oil company, Mama. Did you enjoy this? This was super maximum alpha all the way to the end of the universe today for me. Ooh. Yes, I did enjoy myself, and I was bouncing off the walls, and I have felt very sharp. And if I tripped over my words, it's because I'm just so overly excited I can't contain myself. If you like this program, I appreciate you liking it on YouTube, sharing it, telling your friends about it, engaging with me, putting a compliment, putting a comment, compliment, whatever. Engage with me. Say hi. Interact with me. That is what I want. Peace be with you all.
Ooh, step into a Slim Jim.